two women's lives are irrevocably altered by the passionate connection that develops out of an unexpected affair. First things first, if you haven't already, I would greatly appreciate it if you would subscribe to this channel. Shall we commence? First, we meet Dallas, a woman who works as a construction worker. She and her girlfriend Jocelyn have an argument because she isn't interested in having sexual relations. After a few hours of annoyed silence, Dallas suggests that Jocelyn let her leave the apartment and goes to work. Riley and Jasmine, who are engaged, have just moved in together when she meets them. Despite her curiosity, she refrains from striking up a discussion. At the same time, Jasmine and Riley have decided they are no longer compatible and are feuding over it. Dallas has her friend Quinn over to her apartment later that night to talk about Jocelyn. It seems like she informs her that the reason she ended things with her girlfriend is because they no longer share a special bond. While Rael must travel out of state for work, Jasmine is left alone at home. He says he won't be awake that late, even though she asked him to call her when he gets to the hotel. Jocelyn calls Dallas after some time has passed to let her know that she has finished packing. She wants to cut ties with her, so Dallas tells her straight out that she doesn't care about her stuff and tells her not to call again. Next, Dallas takes Quinn out to a bar so he can hook up with some beautiful women. Exactly simultaneously, Jasmine and her friend Claire enter the bar. When the bartender disregards Claire's order, Quinn steps in to help. Upon entering the restroom, Desiree Jasmine is surprised to see Dallas, whom she knows from their earlier meeting. Dallas begins to tease her right away. But despite her advances toward asking her out on a date, she tells her that a friend is waiting for her outside. Her responses are indirect. Claire is dancing with Quinn when Jasmine goes looking for her, so Jasmine ends up alone with Dallas. Evidently, they deepen their understanding of one another, and she learns that she is engaged. Still, Dallas keeps on going after her, and eventually the two of them kiss. Regrettably, she dismisses her and walks home with Claire without her. She explains what transpired and assures her it won't happen again. While Jasmine is thinking about telling Raoul the truth, he calls her at home. But in the end, she does tell him that she plans to propose to him the moment he gets back. However, the following morning, Dallas discovers Desiree still in her bed. Since she is behind schedule for work, she leaves her a couple of bills. As she walks away, Desiree stands there, speechless. Even after all this time has passed, Jasmine can't stop thinking about Dallas. As if on cue, she notices her working across the street. Therefore, she chooses to think about her while masturbating in the tub. However, she gets dressed and heads to work as if the incident never occurred. It seems like she encounters Dallas, who is still after her. Then she asks if it's okay to ask her out again, explaining that she'll be unable to see her again once she finishes working on her street. And Jasmine gives her offer some serious consideration. Some time after that, Jasmine goes back to her house. She needs to be there a bit earlier than normal in order to catch Dallas before she goes. To her relief, she tracks down Dallas and lets her know that she's taken her offer. After work, Jasmine and Dallas hit the town in their fancy clothes to hit the town for drinks. When they get to the bar, Dallas finds out that Jasmine is a fashion editor. As they converse, she caresses her leg beneath the table. After that, Jasmine reveals that she would have gone to New York if her fiance hadn't been. Dallas then says that she would have accompanied her if she had been asked. The self-assured Dallas confidently invites her to her house. Jasmine, in contrast, runs away from the pub. This leads them to enjoy themselves throughout the night. But Jasmine finds out that Dallas departed while she slept when she gets up in the morning. Rachel calls her and asks if she spoke with the wedding planner, which is a bummer. After that, Dallas drops by with breakfast, and the two of them get lost in a long conversation about their youth. They are consequently growing closer. A few hours later, Dallas takes Jasmine on a cruise, and she gets some insight into her family dynamic while she's away. Afterwards, she finds out that Dallas plans to join her father in the construction business. On their way home, Jasmine shares with Dallas the story of her first kiss, which happened when she was a teenager. Her mother had to make her spend time with guys after discovering they were apart because she was afraid she might be a lesbian. Conversely, Dallas came to terms with her sexual orientation as a lesbian during her formative years. Next, while clutching each other close, Dallas and Jasmine ride a carousel. As they resume their passionate embrace the following morning, Dallas finds Jasmine by her side, just as they had the night before. Surprisingly, Dallas finds it more enjoyable than when she was with Jocelyn. Jasmine extends an invitation for her to remain with her once they finish. Consequently, she spends the whole night huddling close to her and talking about their romance. Jasmine sneaks Dallas out to her front yard late at night to show her her favorite tree. But Jasmine slaps Dallas on the cheek for telling her the tree needs to be cut down. Despite her humor, Dallas's irritation is palpable as she admonishes her not to do it again. She seems aroused by it, so she threatens to slap Jasmine unless she does it again. As soon as Jasmine shows signs of hesitancy, she promptly follows through. They kiss after Jasmine slaps her, and then Dallas leaves. Riley is getting back from his business trip, so Jasmine won't get to see her for a while. Dallas Crush tries to talk Jasmine into continuing their relationship, but she's already decided. The call that Rail attempts to make to Jasmine in order to inform her of his arrival goes directly to her voicemail. Although Jasmine and Dallas are having an affair in Dallas's car, he tells her he will be returning home early. Ignoring her fiance's call, she invites Dallas inside her house for one final sexual encounter. Then Dallas tries to convince Jasmine to share her bed, but Jasmine says no because her fiance uses it. She carries her into the restroom, as one would expect. Dallas, who is distressed, expresses her desire to see Jasmine again, but the latter declines. Midway through their act, Rock catches them red-handed, and Stunt silently walks away. Jasmine accompanies him. Riley is taken aback by Jasmine's treachery, particularly considering that she was only recently considering getting married. She tries to mend their relationship, but he tells her there's no use because he can't understand why she's no longer interested in men. But he does promise to forgive her if she ends her relationship with Dallas. Consequently, he takes her to her apartment in Dallas. Upon her arrival, Dallas will be there to greet her. Notwithstanding, she tells her that Riley was Riley's choice because she was coerced. The understanding Dallas tells her that she is to blame for continuing to pursue her while she is engaged. Tearfully, Jasmine kisses Dallas goodbye as she is forced to choose the man who will secure her future. The moment Jasmine hops into Riley's Cadillac. Just to drop her off at work, that's all she asks. Her work reflects Dallas's agitation. Several hours later, even though her friend had tried to get her to speak up, she still hadn't done so. She says nothing. At night, she dwells on her choices and feels remorse for them. Meanwhile, Jasmine is persistent in her efforts to get Riley to forgive her. The only thing that bothers him is that she was never sexually active with him. Regardless, her attempts at seduction fail to captivate him. A few hours later, Dallas and Quinn attend a party, during which Dallas spills the beans about her relationship with Jasmine. Quinn tells her that she is straight after she confesses her love to Jasmine. In an effort to escape her broken heart, Dallas goes to a strip club. Watching the random woman undress makes her feel nothing. Her mind is consumed by thoughts of Jasmine. But the bouncer kicks Dallas out because he didn't pay for the service, so she can't have sex with her. After Dallas leaves, Jocelyn is so inebriated that she takes her to her house. The morning after her actions, Riley and Jasmine are still reeling from their consequences. At the same time, Dallas finds herself in Jocelyn's bed, confused about how she ended up here. However, Jocelyn has no idea about this. Date a few weeks after breaking off engagement with Dallas and Jasmine, who are rivals. Sitting down next to her is Jasmine. As she no longer feels the urge to conceal her sexual orientation, she joyfully informs Dallas that she has confided in her co-workers about it. Her pride makes Dallas smile. Thus, the film ends here, and that is the entire plot. Hopefully, as always, you found it enjoyable. See you later.